Alright, welcome back to Scale Model World, everybody. We're going to be doing part one of the three-part series of the weathering of the beautiful Tamiyia Valentine. You can see here as I start, I'm doing a global wash to the entire vehicle, and I'm using Starship Wash from Ammo as my wash of choice. Now I did thin this down about 80 to 90%, so that's why I could build up the effect in thin layers to definitely see how the effect was going. So this way, once I achieved the effect I wanted, I didn't have to add any more layers, and I could just allow it to sit for 24 hours and dry nicely. Alright, onto the pen wash. I'm using AK Interactive Dark Brown Wash for my pen wash, as I like this color for the added bonus that it definitely does pop out on the Russian green base, but in the recessed areas like the turret ring, it definitely gave it that grimy, dirty look, and that will definitely help as the weathering stages progress, and definitely helps with the effect. Now, here I did use it straight out of the jar, so this way I had a little bit more drying time. I did not thin this down. I did have a while to work with this, as I do like to do the weathering with oils in like 2 to 3 hour segments, so this way I don't get burnt out, and I can always come back to it the next day with a fresh set of eyes. Now for this, all I did was just load my brush up with the enamel thinner, but unloaded it, so this way there was hardly any thinner on there, and I just played with the oil till I got the effect I was looking for. In this case, it was just pushing it back to give it that dirty, grimy appearance that will be seen after the turret is placed on the vehicle. And yeah, if I always like to give myself as much drying time as possible and not allow it to dry before I'm finished with the working with it. Yes, it did take me a bit longer in this case to work with this. It actually took me the better part of the entire day to get the entire pin wash done, as I had to, I was being pulled away from the workbench, as we do have a newborn baby here, and they take up quite a lot of your time. But when he was sleeping, I was able to find time to sneak back in the room and let my wife take care of the youngins, and I was able to get the pin wash done over the course of the afternoon. My wife is definitely an unsung hero around my house. She is amazing and allows me to run back in here and work on my hobby every chance I get. And yeah, so yeah, as you can see, I just keep playing with the oils until I got the effect I was looking for. And overall, I am absolutely thrilled with how the effects turned out at the end of the day. Now that the global and pin wash are done, you can see how it definitely helps when you do these two steps, but they're never necessary. Build it the way you want to build it and have fun along the way. Here I'm starting with the dot filters. As you can see, I've already applied the faded green, and for these I just used 502 of Thailand's faded green And then just like doing the pin wash, just load the brush up with thinner, unload it, make sure it's dry to the touch, and then just start working with it. I always do it in direction of travel, so I like to do up and down brush strokes. You can do it however you want. I personally think that up and down brush strokes are in the direction of travel do tend to have the more accurate results, but I'm not no professional modeler and never will be. But tell you one thing, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst kit I've built, 10 being the best, I would definitely rate this a 1. But not because the kit's garbage or that. This kit from Tamiyia is fantastic. There is next to no issues with the fit. It's just, I rate this a 1 because I screwed up on quite a bunch of stuff, and I know where I screwed up, but that's me. But this kit was already way too far in the process to turn around, and I absolutely love Tamiyia kits. And yeah, so there was no way I was turning back, and it was like, I want to see this project through, and here we are, making sure I see it through. And yeah, now we're just adding more oils to it. I'm using 502 of Thailand for my oils for the majority. I'm using Intense Blue. I'm using the Pinus Gray, Light Sand, Faded Green, and Light Mud. I also enjoy using the Ammo by MIG oil brushers, and you'll see I will be using more of those as this project continues. But for now, I'm just sticking with a few colors for now, just so we can build up the tones and effects to the desired liking and have fun along the way. As you can see, with these mud guards supposed to be rubber on the Russian version, I'm using light mud and light sand to start the effects that I want to build up as the project progresses. With these two, I felt that definitely gives me a very nice base to build upon as the weathering progresses. And yeah, so I wasn't worried if I got any of the oil paint on any other surface that I didn't want. It was easily rectified and easily wiped away with a bit of oil, bit of oilless enamel thinner, and yeah, you have a fresh base to start new. If you mess up, you can always just wash this away with the thinner and a paper towel cloth. But have fun with the effects. I did. And some of the effects I haven't used, some I have used, and the ones I'm proficient in are my go-tos. Other ones I haven't had the experience with. I always, even on this vehicle, I use the underside of the vehicle as a test bed to work with the effect until I got it to the desired liking that I thought was very usable, and then I started to apply it to the vehicle. And you know what? You'll never know if you're good with an effect or not unless you play it around, have fun, and try it. And you know what? I absolutely love modeling. I've been doing it for well over 20 years. And you know what? This is one of the best hobbies in the world. So have fun with it. If you're not having fun, don't do it. But have fun, enjoy it. If you want to do all the research in the world to make your kit 100% accurate, go for it. If not, and that's not you, it doesn't matter. Do it to your liking, not someone else's. Have fun with everything. Here I'm just showing that I unload the brush to the thinner, so this way I don't have too much. And like I said, I like to try to have it as dry to the touch as possible, so it's not loaded too much with thinner. And yeah, just follow the direction of travel. For me, I wanted to do up and down brush strokes, so this way it gave me the effect I was looking for. If you want to do all up, down, sideways, you want to stipple the brush to get a different effect, absolutely do what you want. In this case, I wanted to do the direction of travel, and you know what? Have fun with it. This is one of the best hobbies in the world I've ever been a part of. This community is amazing, and that's what I want to do here, is I want to make sure everyone that joins this page, that we can build a strong community of avid modelers. That, are we perfect? No. Do we want to have fun with the hobby and learn from one another and just, enjoy ourselves? Absolutely. So if you know anyone that likes models, that watches YouTube, well, I definitely appreciate you guys sending them the video their way. And if you guys want, you guys can always watch the other 2 videos on the Valentine I have on doing a box review and doing the build. And yeah, have fun and enjoy your viewing. And as again, like right here, I'm just doing straight up and down brush strokes to go with the direction of travel to dissolve the oil and to obtain the effect I'm looking for. Now, play with the effect to your liking. I did. In this case, afterwards, after it's set dried, it turned out amazing. I definitely got the result I was looking for. But yeah, and for here, I was just stippling the oil in to add in more faded green into the main part of the fender. But yeah, just play with the whichever works for you. If you want to do up and down brush strokes, do it. If you want to stipple it, do it. I found stippling was better right here, just for it being a smaller area to work in, and it turned out the way I wanted it to. But have fun with it. Alright guys, we're coming to the end of the video, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like this content. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. If you like models, head on over to Instagram and TikTok. You can follow us over there. There will be a Facebook page coming in the future, but right now it's just Instagram and TikTok. And you know what? Have a fantastic week, everybody. I hope everyone has a safe, enjoyable weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.